Hey there, this is John Watkins, Pyro John Watkins. Going to share some of my home video of my Van Halen days. Um, these were tapes taken of the progress they were making prepping for Monsters of Rock for the band and the management to look at and approve or not. Originally, they had Dreams by Van Halen playing, but since YouTube will not let me play Van Halen on a Van Halen video, I'm going to talk over it and tell you what's going on. These first shots was practicing with different effects and up in Northern California at MP Associate. Those are the cannons for the show. I think there's 130 something of them that are making the Class 2 magazines to carry the explosives. This is wiring up all the junction boxes that each effect would be plugged into, so they would go off when I wanted them to during the finale. And there was quite a lot of wiring going. That's Kevin Boone, who owns 3B Productions, without whom I would have not had a career. That's the firing board. We built a special firing board just for the Monsters of Rock tour. That stuff just about ready to go out. You see the signs in their cases. Me dicking around in the warehouse. Boom. Fun. There was three different teams of Pyro, the red team, the blue team, and the gold team. The red and blue teams would go back and forth between the two stages that were leapfrogging, and the gold team that I was on would then go to wherever the show was that night. That's Alex's drum riser going off during the show. It's a variance on the 5150 effect we did, which only had about 30 cannons on it, and this drum riser had over 100. I tried to hit the cues right there in time with his drumsticks. If you see, this picture here is from the firing board where I would be standing, and I'd be watching his hands hitting the cues. Michael Anthony jumping up and down. Alex didn't wear a shirt most of the time, and we had all this pyro going on around him, but it was all at angles, so you can see how it kind of goes out and away from him, and we never burned him, not one time. This is the OU812 effect, where Sammy Hagar at the end of, I think it was Ain't Talking About Love, would yell OU812, and we'd match each word or each sound with an explosion. That's the LA Coliseum right there, and OU812. Boom. That would end the show, and then they'd come back for their finales. That's testing the Van Halen signs. We weren't sure they're going to work, but that's the very first time we tested one, and that was at the warehouse where they're built at Nomad Studios in San Francisco. Here comes Vanna Pyro. I always like to make something funny to make the band laugh, going, and here is your sign. Here's the signs going off in concert. They worked real good. And then we do the rest of the finale around them. There'd be 100 and something air bursts. Those are different colored cannons, all synchronized to go off in a particular order. You can sing Dreams right now by Van Halen and get the idea of what the thing was originally like. But don't sing it too loud or YouTube will come get me. Here's the LA Coliseum. Boom! Those signs went off. You could feel the heat all the way at the sound and light board in the middle of the stadium. They were damn hot. We had 5 pyro platforms set up, as you can see, all around the stage. The idea was to, with the logos, to instead of doing a generic fireworks display that could be for just any band, this kind of more said Van Halen, because it went off during the last song, which was Led Zeppelin's Rock and Roll. And that ended the show and this tape. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Hey there, this is John Watkins, Pyro John Watkins, going to share some of my home video of my Van Halen days.